Hello, how you doing? My name's Richard. This is over and over and over again. We're a bit late, but we're here. It's Champions League, Arsenal women against Juventus women. It is still 0-0, as you can see on the screen. We've played 22 minutes. The Arsenal team, there's only that one change from the weekend defeat against Manchester United. Of course, Beth Mead is out, as we know. So Viv Miedema comes in to the starting lineup. It looks as though they're playing the two, well, it looks like Viv just behind Stina, with Caitlin, Jordan and Frida Marnham just behind them. So it's quite attacking lineup. Anyway, Juventus are coming forward down this near side with Girelli. Plays it back to Beerenstein. The Dutch point into the box. A cross comes in. It's deflected behind. In fact, I think it's just gone straight out for a goal kick. It was Laura Wainwright there coming across to put a challenge in. It was Beerenstein down this near side, but she tried to cross it with the outside of her right foot, and it went behind for a goal kick, which Manu Zinsberger is going to take. We're halfway through the first half. It is still Arsenal 0, well, Juventus 0, Arsenal 0. Arsenal coming forward now. Jordan Nobbs on this near side, but she's tackled there. Good tackle actually by Grosso for Juventus. A lot of the Italian side, of course, who played in the Euros in this team tonight for Juventus. So it's going to be a difficult. We know it's going to be a difficult game with the injuries that we've got and one thing and another. But so far, so good on this big Champions League night. Katie McCabe over on that far side does well. Plays the ball forward, looking for the run of Stina. The goalkeeper's out. Just gets there. The goalkeeper, of course, the former Arsenal goalkeeper, Jordan Nobzo, plays it back to Stina, who was offside. But she's got the ball. In fact, the flag stays down. Stina crosses it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's cleared away. Viv Miedema was coming in. I think Stina thought she was offside, but the flag actually stayed down. She wasn't offside. Now Jordan Nobbs in possession, but she's had the ball taken off her there. And Juventus are back in possession. Arsenal actually look as though they're playing pretty well in this first half. Yes, we've got injuries, we know that, but it's still an absolute quality Arsenal team, isn't it? Quality throughout. Beerenstein there loses out. The ball falls to Leah Wolsey, plays it forward. Viv's in a little bit of space. Viv on the edge of the box, tries a shot. Oh, it's deflected off a Juventus defender just in front of Viv there. She tried to squeeze the shot in, but she wasn't able to, and it's gone away. And now Juventus can come forward themselves. The ball played up this far side, but Steph Catley's there and Manu Zinsberger's out of her goal. There's a few Arsenal fans in that corner behind Manu Zinsberger's goal there, cheering on Arsenal tonight. And this big game of victory tonight would put us almost through, wouldn't it, to the knockout stage. 3 wins out of 3 and put us in a great position. Would put us 5 points ahead of Juventus. And of course, you'd assume Lyon will win their game. So it actually put us 5 points ahead. It'll keep us 5 points ahead of them as well. But we need to win this game to get to that position. And so far, it is still 0-0 in the Allianz Stadium, built in 2012. Now, Jordan Nobbs got a little bit of space on this near side. She can keep this ball in. She does keep it in, but she tried to play it forward. There was nobody there. And it's going to go back all the way to goalkeeper Peyroud Magna. Magna, of course, who used to play for Arsenal, didn't she? 16 appearances she made for Arsenal up until 2020. That's a poor clearance, actually. Arsenal onto it quickly. Caitlin Ford does really well. Caitlin Ford in. She's fouled. In fact, she might have been fouled twice, but she's definitely got the second one. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal midway inside the Juventus half. We've played 25 and a half minutes here in Turin. It is a free kick to Arsenal. Caitlin Ford did really well. It was a foul actually on her initially by Pedersen. And then she was fouled again the second time. There was 2 fouls on her. In fact, Pedersen probably claims that she was fouled in the first incident there. And then the second challenge came in and it was given as a free kick to Arsenal. This is a dangerous moment, this, for Arsenal. This, just over to that left-hand side slightly. It's midway inside the Juventus half. Too far out for a shot, even from Frida Marnham, but it's an opportunity perhaps for Arsenal to get the first goal, in this game. Could be so important, couldn't it, to get in front. Arsenal got a lot of players lined up, but just outside the D on the edge of the Juventus penalty area. Steph Catley's over this. Steph Catley whips the ball in towards the penalty spot. Wilburn White with a header. It goes to the far post. Katie McCabe. The shot's blocked by the Juventus goalkeeper. It's gone out for a corner to Arsenal. It was Payrod Magnan there with the save from Katie McCabe. It was Ruben Moy. Lotta Ruben Moy got up with a header from that free kick. It looked as though it was going on target at first. It sort of went more up than towards the goal, actually. And then it fell to Katie McCabe at the far post. That's a good save, actually, by the goalkeeper, because that was going in from Katie McCabe. And it is our corner to Arsenal on this near side. It's going to be Steph Catley with it. She did score direct from a corner against Leicester recently, didn't she? Well, she's got a corner here for Arsenal. Catley, the Australian, is going to swing it in with that left foot towards the near post. She does. A header comes in. Oh, it's cleared away, though, by Juventus. Only as far as Frida Marnon with, of course, she's got 5 goals this season for Arsenal, come in the last 5 games. But Juventus do manage to clear that one away. And now they're looking to build an attack of their own, Juventus. But this has been a good start from Arsenal. It's with Beerenstein, Linef Beerenstein over on that far side, trying to run at that Arsenal defence. Good defensive play, though, from Stina from Viv. Of course, they know each other so well from the Dutch national team, don't they? Viv and Linef Beerenstein. Good to see, actually, a lot of nice comments coming for Beth Mead, of course, following her injury. Linef was one of those players who sent her good wishes. That's nice to see, isn't it? You know, rivals on the pitch, but you know, the women's game is very it's sort of different to the men's game in that regard, isn't it? Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. That's a long ball over the top, looking for Stina Blackstenius. It's headed away, but only as far as Viv Miedema running at that Juventus defence. Viv it just runs away from a little bit, and it's going to be cleared away by Grosso in midfield, and now they can come forward. Juventus over on that far side. The game's quite open, actually, end-to-end stuff. It's a big pitch here in the Allianz Stadium. It's Linef Beerenstein over on that far side, cuts inside. Can she get a shot away? She plays it back. A shot does come in. It's blocked. Another shot comes in. It's blocked again. That was by Steph Catley, I think, the second one. The first one seemed to hit a Juventus player, actually. Arsenal now coming forward. Stina Blackstenius on halfway. She was fouled. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It was Salvia with the foul. Good to see Joe Montemurro again, of course, former Arsenal manager, very successful Arsenal manager as well. Won WSL and won Continental Cup as well, didn't he? Well, he was in charge of Arsenal from 2017 to 2021. He won the treble, actually, with Juventus last season. So he knows how to win trophies, doesn't he, Joe? Give him his credit. And he was a great manager for Arsenal. And we do obviously wish him well, but just not in these 2 games against Arsenal, of course. Anyway, that's a long ball forward, looking for the runner. Stina Blackstenius again puts the defence under pressure, and the ball is actually hoofed away by Salvia, and it is going to be a throw to Arsenal on that far side, taken quickly. Arsenal trying to get forward again. Stina's involved in a lot of good moves again for Arsenal going forward. The throw played in towards a penalty area. Goes off to Stina again. It was laid off there by Viv, and it's fired over there from Stina on the edge of the box. It was a good effort, that, though, from Arsenal. The throw from Katie McCabe. Viv just laid it off to Stina on the edge of the box. First time shot. She couldn't keep it down. It's gone over the crossbar into the empty stand behind the goal. Is going to be a goal kick, though, to Juventus. We've played 30 minutes here in Turin. It is Arsenal still, Juventus nil, Arsenal nil. But Arsenal have been the better team in this first half. This has been a very, very good performance. Bearing in mind the issues that we've got, injury issues that we've got. 4 of our best players are out. Of course, Leah Williamson, Rafaela Souza, Beth Mead, and of course Kim Little, all missing at the moment for Arsenal with injuries. Some of them long term, as we know. Beth, heartbreaking for her, wasn't it? The other day, we kind of felt that injury looked bad, didn't it? You know, she was distressed at the time. And the news was, of course, confirmed earlier this week, the very bad news that it is an ACL for Beth, another ACL for a women's player. Not ideal, is it? And unfortunately, that's the situation, and hopefully she can get herself playing again as soon as possible. But, you know, whether she's going to be fit for the World Cup next summer, it seems unlikely to me. It normally takes a lot longer than that, doesn't it, for an ACL? But anyway, hopefully we can get some of our other injured players back very, very soon, because the squad's looking quite bare at the moment, isn't it, unfortunately? But let's see what happens. Anyway, the 11 that's on the pitch tonight are doing themselves proud and doing Arsenal proud as well in this game. The ball's gone through to Manu Zinsberger, the Arsenal goalkeeper. We've played 31 and a half minutes in Turin. Juventus nil, Arsenal nil. And it's been a good opening half now is from Arsenal. We've taken the game to Juventus, and we've been the better team. We've had the better opportunities, but so far we haven't managed to find a goal. But Arsenal are coming forward again. Over on that far side again, the ball played into Stina Blackstenius, now to Frida Marnham. Jordan Nobbs on this near side. Laura Wainwright has gone outside of it. She goes back to Frida Marnham, gets it back again. Jordan Nobbs now back on halfway to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Does well. Wubben-Moy plays it in to Frida Marnham, holds off a challenge, turns. Frida Marnham does really well. Frida Marnham. She's got past two defenders, plays the ball out to this near side to Laura Wainwrighter. Looked like she was going to put a cross in this. It goes back to Jordan Nobbs. The cross does come in. It misses Steenham. Almost comes to Viv on the edge of the box. It's come forward again to Katie McCabe. Oh, Caitlin Ford over on the far side keeps the attack alive. She's still got the ball. Caitlin Ford lays it in to Viv Miedemar. She just touches it back to Frida Marnham. This is good from Arsenal. Really, really good from Arsenal. Plays it back out to that far side. Steph Catley finds Caitlin Ford over on that far side, running at Lanzini. Can she cut inside and get a cross in? She's still just on the edge of the penalty area, held up briefly by the Juventus defence. She finds Katie McCabe, but this is really good from Arsenal. Terry says there, Richard, where have you been? Football doing well at the moment. I thought we would struggle with all our injured, but I think we could win this. Yeah, I think we can win as well. I really do. We started this game really well. We're on the front foot. We're looking really dangerous, and I think we can win this game. But the problem is, if we lose anybody else to injury, we're going to struggle. Frida Marnham plays the ball through. It's into two. Stina Blackstenius inside the box. Stina Blackstenius, oh, it's the top of the crossbar. The biggest chance of the game so far for Stina Blackstenius. That was great play from Frida Marnham. A lovely run from Blackstenius. She was just onside. Hit it first time. Top of the crossbar. Beat the goalkeeper. Frida Marnham with the pass through. Stina let it run across her body. She had to hit it with her left foot. It beat the keeper all ends up, but it was just too high. It bounced back off the top of the crossbar. So unlucky there for Stina. Would have been her sixth goal of the season, which would make her a top scorer. She's one of three players on five. Of course, one of them is Beth Mead, who probably won't be playing again this season anyway. Frida Marnham picks the ball up again. Laura Wainwright. So this is really good from Arsenal. This is a much better first half than we produced on Saturday evening against Manchester United, isn't it? Oh, brilliant play from Lotta Wubben-Moy. Brings the ball forward. A nice ball again to Stina Blackstenius, who's having a great game up there for Arsenal. She's done well. Stina Blackstenius cuts inside from this near side. This is good play from Stina. Oh, she tried to thread the ball through to Caitlin Ford. Just ran just behind her there. Great play again from Stina. Looking really, really lively in the opening half here. Steph Catley just cuts that ball out. It was heading towards Linev Berenstein, but Catley wins the ball back, finds Leah Walton. That's with Katie McCabe over on that far side, left back for Arsenal. Pings it in to Frida Marnham. Oh, that's a bit of a heavy pass, and Juventus have picked up possession. Now they can come forward, but one back well there from Leah Walton. Frida Marnham plays it out to Jordan Nobbs. Now it goes to Laura Wainwrighter. Terry says there, great effort, but we need to start taking these chances. Yeah, we do. We do need to start taking the chances. You're absolutely right. But the fact we're creating some good opportunities is a good sign. That's a great ball from Leah Walton over on that far side. It comes again to Stina Blackstenius running at that Juventus defence. Cuts inside. Stina tries a shot from the edge of the box. It's deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper. She had two runners there, Stina. Maybe she should have passed that time, and it was deflected straight into the arms of goalkeeper Rayon Magnon. Ruby's in the chat there. How you doing? Says, hi Richard, what's your prediction for this match? Beforehand I said 1-1 actually. I did predict a 1-1 draw, but the way we've started this game, I actually think we can win this. We're coming forward again. Caitlin Ford battling away for the ball as she tends to do. And again, we're pressing high up the pitch, winning the ball back in a really dangerous areas. I'm going to go 2-1 now then, Ruby. I'll go 2-1. I was going to say, I did say 1-1 earlier, but now I've seen how well we're playing. I think we can. Well, actually, no, I'll go 2-0. I think we can win this 2-0. I'm going with 2-0. So if you think that might be right, let me know what you think your score prediction is. But we've certainly started this game really, really well. We just won the ball back again with Frida. It just runs away from Frida Marnham. And they managed to pick the ball up again with Bonasea. Now they're coming forward over on that far side. Juventus ball played into the centre. It's cleared away again by Steph Catley. We've looked pretty solid at the back following what was an absolute disaster class against Manchester United, wasn't it, the weekend defensively. We've been a lot more solid tonight. We just won a free kick over on that far side. That was a foul there on Caitlin Ford. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. 37 minutes played nearly here in Turin. Juventus 0, Arsenal 0. Big Champions League night. Victory here for Arsenal tonight would put us in such a strong position, wouldn't it, to qualify out of this group, possibly even win the group. Wow, wouldn't that be? That would be something, wouldn't it? Winning this group. Terry said, I said 3-1 Juventus, but now I think Arsenal 3-1. Yeah, I must admit the performance has pleasantly surprised me. I've got to be honest. Obviously, you as well, Terry. And we've played a lot better than I think maybe we were. Basically, it's only one player missing from our normal team that's been playing. Yes, it's a most very important player in Beth Mead, of course, but it is only one player, and Viv has come in, so it's not like we're massively weaker, is it? Viv's, as we know, is an outstanding player. So maybe we've underestimated what this team can produce. It's a slightly different formation as well, isn't it? It seems to be with like a sort of it's almost like a three in midfield, isn't it? And then the two ahead anyway. Arsenal are coming forward against Steph Catley with the ball over the top, but that's over hit actually, and it's going to run all the way through to goalkeeper Payrod Magnum, and it is going to be back in Juventus's possession, coming up towards the last 6 minutes or so of this first half. It's been a good first half from Arsenal. Can we make it 3 wins in a row in the Champions League this season? What a start it would be when you think of last season when we lost that game to Barcelona and we kind of struggled through the group, didn't we, last season? This has been a much, much better group stage so far, but it's still early days, of course. We're not even halfway through the group yet until this game's over, of course. But Juventus coming forward over on that far side, but good covering there from Caitlin Ford it was, and now Frida Marlin bringing the ball forward as she does so well. She's gone past 2 or 3 challenges, plays the ball over the top for Stina Blackstenius, is in behind the defence. Stina Blackstenius inside the edge. It's going to be the moment. Oh, good save again by the goalkeeper with her legs. Stina denied. They're the chances that she generally takes, doesn't she, Stina? But not on that particular occasion. It was a good save by the goalkeeper's legs. You've got to give her credit for that, actually. But that was a big, big chance again for Stina. But that's a lovely play from Frida Marlin in midfield. Won the ball. Went past 2 challenges, played it over the top for Stina to run onto. She got in behind that defence and then fired a shot. It was a good save by the goalkeeper's legs, and that's another big chance for Arsenal to take the lead in this game, which I say will be so important, won't it, potentially, as we look to get the victory. By a lot of Wilbermoy in possession there. Plays it back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger. Terry says there, the break seems to have done Viv good. Haven't seen her run around like this since last season. Yeah, no, she looks a lot more lively, doesn't she? I felt that she didn't play particularly well when she came on against Manchester United, but then nobody really played that well, did they, in that game? Stina was onside, actually. It was a lovely ball over the top. Just showing this again. Got into the area, a couple of touches, and then it was a decent strike, actually, but it was maybe a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. But she made a good save. A good block with her legs, of course. She's going to want to keep a clean sheet tonight, isn't she, playing against her former club? Anyway, Juventus coming forward. Cross comes in from this near side by Bonacea. And it is going to be a corner, is it, to Juventus? Frida Marlin it was, who blocked that. In fact, I think it might be a goal kick. Did it come back off the Italian? I thought it was a corner, I've got to be honest. But anyway, it looks as though the referee's given a goal kick. Joe Montemurro on the side, looking kind of quite deep in thought there, actually, whether or not he feels as though Juventus could be doing a bit more in this game. It's a goal kick to Arsenal. We're into the last 5 minutes of the first half. It goes short to Lotta Wilbermoy. She plays up this near side for Jordan Nobbs, who does well, tries to turn away from the defender there, Boatin. And Boatin in the end plays it back to the goalkeeper, Payrud Manning plays up this near side. Juventus in possession, but Frida Marlin steps in and wins it back again. This is good play from Arsenal. Frida Marlin finds Viv Miedemeier, tries to play over that far side. Caitlin Ford plays it across. Stina's in. Oh, she couldn't quite get a touch on it. So close again for Arsenal. You feel the goal is coming very, very soon for Stina Blackstenius. Great play from Arsenal again. Viv, she got the ball out to Caitlin on that far side. Beat the defender. Oh, just too far ahead there of Stina Blackstenius. Would have been a great goal, a great move. A lovely ball across from Caitlin Ford. Stina couldn't any touch on that from Stina, and that goes in, and it's 1-0 just before half time. What a great time to score that would have been. But Arsenal have been a much better team in this game. It's a really, really good performance from the Arsenal women. here in Turin tonight, but it remains at 0-0 as we're now into the last 3.5 minutes of the first half. Can Arsenal find this breakthrough before the break? It's been a very, very good performance from Arsenal. Bearing in mind, Lyon was held to a 1-1 draw here in game match 2, wasn't they? So if we can actually get a win here, that'll be a really impressive result. Juventus don't lose too many here, do they? Chelsea did win here last season in the group stage. Of course, they did win 2-1 before Juventus got a 0-0 draw at Kings Meadow in the final group game, a game that Chelsea had to win to go through, didn't they? Anyway, ball played in towards the box there, headed on. It was headed on there by Girelli, but it's going to run through to Manu Zinsberger. Terry says Stina could have had a first half hat-trick with a little bit of luck. Yeah, she could have done. But once again, you see her running in behind causes defenders so many problems, and she's done it again tonight. She's been absolutely brilliant with her movement. And yes, she's at the top of the crossbar. She's had a shot saved, and she just couldn't quite get on the end of that cross there, could she, from Caitlin Fall? But yeah, she could have had a hat-trick. Any one of those could have gone in, but also coming forward again. Again, it's with Stina over on that far side, working so hard, the Swede. The ball does go back, though, to the French goalkeeper for Juventus. It's flicked on, though. Juventus coming forward now. We come down towards the last 2 minutes of the first half. Beerenstein's in over on that far side for Juventus. Is this going to be a goal against a run of play? Beerenstein inside the penalty area. Steph Catley falls over, but good covering from Leah Walty. And it goes out for a corner to Juventus. That was good play there from Beerenstein. She looks offside, actually. Katie McCabe slips over, and Leah Walty worked so hard to get back and block that cross. Brilliant defending. In fact, it was Steph Catley, that slipped over. And then Leah Walty it was. But it is going to be a corner to Juventus in the final couple of moments here of this first half. It's been a good first half from Arsenal, but if Juventus can score here, then it would be a really difficult second half. We've got a corner there to defend. Let's see if Arsenal can defend this corner over on that far side. It comes in fact, the referee wasn't happy with one or two bits of pushing and shoving inside the penalty area. And the corner's going to have to be taken again, is it? Katie McCabe's involved. Not quite sure what's going on here. The referee is speaking to the two players, but I think the corner's going to be taken again. It was Salvia, the captain for Juventus, and Katie McCabe getting involved there. Anyway, it's going to be a corner there over on that far side, whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed out by Stina Blackstenius, headed back in again, but it is going to be a free kick, I think, to Arsenal. And we are now into the final 30 seconds of this first half. There might be a little bit of stoppage time. It won't be too much, I wouldn't have thought. It might be just a minute or so. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward over on that far side. Are we going to get one more chance in this first half to take the lead? Leah Walty over on the far side brings the ball forward, looking for a bit of support ahead of her. Instead, she plays it back. And now it's switched over to this near side to Lotta Wubenwey. There is going to be a minute of stoppage time. We've just come into that now. Laura Wainwright on this near side. Are we going to get one more big chance before half time? Leah Walty gets the ball back to Lotta Wubenwey. Pings a long ball over the top, over on that far side, looking for Viv Miedemeier. But Juventus do manage to clear that up, tidy that up, and they're going to keep possession now and try and bring the ball forward themselves. In fact, they go back to the goalkeeper. We're into the last 30 seconds of stoppage time. It looks like it is going to be 0-0 at the break. It's been a good first half from Arsenal, but Juventus now coming forward. Are they going to get one chance here at the end of this first half to take the lead over on that far side? Across comes in towards the end of the penalty. The header comes in. Oh, it's headed wide. Big chance that was there from Caruso. It was good play from Juventus, actually, over on that far side. A cross came in. Caruso's header from about 12 yards, put it wide. She should have hit the target, really, from there. She put it about 4 yards wide. And, in fact, that is the last action of the first half. It is half-time here in Turin. It is Juventus women 0, Arsenal women 0. It's been a good first half from Arsenal, though. Really good play, good performance there. It was from Arsenal. Some good football as well. And yeah, we're maybe a little bit unfortunate not to be in front. Stina's had 2 or 3 opportunities, hasn't she? She could easily have given us the lead, but she wasn't able to find the target. and it is 0-0 at the break. But yeah, a decent first half performance that was from Arsenal, and yeah, it's all set up nicely for a good second half, isn't it? Hopefully, we can keep this level of performance up for the second half, and then hopefully come away with the victory. But yeah, half time so far so good. Juventus 0, Arsenal 0. I mean, it's a good performance from Arsenal. You know, we have still, despite the injuries, we have still got a very, very strong side. But the options on the bench are not so great, are they? You know, Manatee Bocci obviously is one option, but she doesn't seem to fit in with Jonas's style of play, does she? For one reason or another, whatever that reason is, I'm not sure. Terry says there, what a player Laura Wainwriter is. She's settled in really well. Yeah, no, she's brilliant. In fact, you know, the two players that came in January, Laura Wainwriter and Stina Blackstenius, they've both been absolutely fantastic signings for us, haven't they? They've been the sort of players that have transformed this team. And it's a shame that we've got so many injuries, isn't it? Because when you think that we've got our four, I wouldn't say necessarily quite our four best players, but four of our best players, you know, missing, to be able to go away in the Champions League against Juventus, who, you know, are a very, very good side, and to play like we have done there, you know, it just goes to show what this team's all about. And, you know, when we start getting some players fit again, it's going to be incredible, isn't it? Zoe's in the chat. Zoe, she says Stina should have scored 3 by now. Well, she could have scored 3. I think she was a bit unlucky with the one that was saved by the keeper's legs. You know, the one that was fired across the box. I mean, she was really unlucky there, wasn't she, not to be able to get on the end of that. That, you know, just unfortunate. And the one that hit the bar, you know, again, she was a bit unlucky there. So I think she's been a little bit unfortunate. I don't necessarily blame her. I think she's worked really hard and she's getting into some great areas and she's putting in some great work. But yeah, she should have scored at least one of them. Let's be honest, she should have maybe stuck one of them away. But I'm sure it'll come in the second half. She has scored 5 goals this season. What's it? 11, 12? Is it 11? No, it's 12, isn't it? Overall, since she's come to Arsenal. So, you know, she's had a good 9 months or so, hasn't she, at the club? I think she's given us a different dimension up front, hasn't she? You know, it's meant that Viv has been able to drop a little bit deeper, which she prefers, and Stina running in behind. And it does work well. It has worked well when it's worked. I know Viv's been off her form, hasn't she? We know that. Certainly over the last, even towards the end of last season, I didn't feel that she was at her very, very best. But hopefully now she's had a bit of a break. I don't think she's been completely fit, if we're totally honest. So it's been tough for her, but she's come back, and hopefully now she's had a decent first half there, and let's hope she can get her back to her best, because we need her, don't we? We really do need her. But yeah, it's been a good first half that from Arsenal. Really, really pleased with that. Which is great. But we'll see what happens in the second half. It's been a good first half. Let's keep it going. Terry says they're just going to make a coffee. Yeah, you can maybe get yourself a coffee, mate. Have a bit of a chill. So yeah, we've had 10 shots, 2 on target. Juventus have had 5, 1 on target. We've had 53% possession, 47 for Juventus. We've had 4 corners to their 1. And it says 1 cross to their 2. I'm not quite sure what that's about. But anyway, that's the story of the first half. But yeah, we should be in front. There's no doubt about that. We have been the better team and we have created the better opportunities. And yeah, it's just been unfortunate that we haven't been able to find the net as yet. But you know, we've still got a second half to come. And if we keep playing the way that we did, I've got no doubt that we will win this game. Frida Marnham again has been great in midfield and created a first chance for Stina to hit the bar. In fact, she created a second chance for Stina as well, didn't she, with that ball over the top? And Stina's running in behind that defence. She's causing them a lot of problems, Stina. It's brilliant to see. And let's hope that And let's hope that she can get the goal in the second half that she deserves. A little bit more luck. She could have had a hat-trick. Anyway, let's see. We've got magnificent. Jeff, how are you doing? Says Nobbs has been okay, but she needs to do better. It's not her standards. She's playing in a slightly different position, though, isn't she? She seems to be more playing sort of on the right-hand side in the sort of a little bit of the deeper Beth Mead role, if you like. And it maybe doesn't suit her as much as when she's more central. But I think what's going to have to happen in the team over the next sort of few months is, or certainly till January, we can maybe get some new signings in. I think people are just going to have to do a job for the team and fill in positions that maybe they're not 100%. It's not their like number one position. I think we're just going to have to maybe get used to that. And I think we're going to have to accept the fact that that is what some players are going to have to do. And I think Jordan Nobbs, she's very versatile. I think she's one player that can do that. I think she can, she can play in 2 or 3 different positions. She can do a job, and that's what she's done. And that's what she's done in that first half. Yes, it's not her best, but it's not her strongest position, is it? So we can't expect her to produce the best performance. So yeah, we've got to bear that in mind as well. But yeah, overall, I think everybody's had a decent first half. They've been working hard. We look to obviously put Saturday's defeat behind us, and I think that's really important. And obviously we have managed to do that. So yeah, good stuff. Just to remind you what's coming up on the channel, there's loads of stuff as always. Tomorrow, I know I said I wasn't going to cover the World Cup, but I'm going to watch the England game anyway, so I might as well do a watch along of it. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Might as well do it. So we're going to do a watch along of the England game tomorrow. We'll go live about 6:45. Hopefully you'll enjoy that with us. We're going to be moving because of the England game tomorrow. There'll be no point doing a women's show when England are playing because no one will watch it. It's just a waste of time. So we'll do it. We're doing it on Saturday at 4:00 on Saturday afternoon. Obviously, Andreas is joining us. Matt. Hopefully, Harry can join us as well. And Amar, we're going to be looking back at the Man United game, looking back at this game as well. Obviously, we're going to talk about Beth as well, of course, the injury and the injuries in general and where it might leave us for January. And that's all coming up on Saturday. We won't be doing anything on a Sunday. We're having Sunday off this week. I'm actually going to watch the Newcastle women play. They're playing Bradford, so we're going to go to that game. Then Monday night, of course, we've got the World Cup memories up to 1986. Mexico 86, very, very famous. One very famous game in particular from that game from that World Cup, of course, which we'll be talking about, but lots of other memories as well. That's going to be Monday at 7:00. So please join us for that. That's going to be a great show. And of course, Tuesday is the final England game against Wales. We'll be covering that one as well. So loads coming up. Wednesday, Melvin's got his Highbury Matters show. That's fantastic, isn't it? So definitely join Melvin for that. He's got a really, really special guest as well. Author John Sperling is coming on the show on Wednesday. Brilliant. Look forward to that. And of course, next Friday, it's going to be another women's weekly show as well. Ahead of the Everton game, of course, coming up next Saturday. So lots and lots to look forward to on the channel. So please consider subscribing if that sounds like something you might enjoy. And don't forget, of course, Arsenal Oddities, the new series of the little strange moments from Arsenal's history. There'll be another one of them coming up as well very, very soon. So look out for that. And if there's any particular moment in Arsenal's history that you'd like us to cover on the Arsenal Oddities, let us know and we can look into that for you. We've got a really nice, good one coming up this week, so look out for that. That's going to be good. A famous moment in Arsenal's history. Far history as well. Not the recent history that Melvin's doing. This is going back a lot further. This one's going to be from the 1930s, so it's going to be good. So look out for that. Jafar says there, Viv needs to get involved more. She looks lost at times. I mean, I think she's worked really hard in that first half, and she's done some really, really good things, some nice things. Some of her passing has been great. She's linked the play really well. And yeah, we want her on the ball more. Of course we do, because she's got the quality to open up this defence and to get us in front. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But this is a sort of game, isn't it? It reminds me a little bit of the Ajax game, the game away at Ajax to qualify for the Champions League. when Viv scored that goal in the second half, didn't she? It's got the markings of that on it to me. I won't be surprised if Viv does score in the second half in this game. Let's hope she does. And I think Stina as well, she's looking sharp. Zoe says they're good team performance. So yeah, a very, very good team performance. I agree with you 100%. It's been another one in Europe, isn't it? You know, it's not quite up there with the Lyon performance. Although having said that, it probably is very similar. But with the Lyon performance, obviously we got the goals in that first half against Lyon. I think whereas tonight we haven't. But it's been a very similar level of performance, like really, really top quality performance. It's good to see the game being played at obviously the main men's stadium in Turin, the Allianz Stadium. It's a very, very nice stadium, modern, of course, opened in 2012. Replaced the Stadio dell'Alpi, of course, where the men's team have played a few times in Europe over the years. There was that famous game in the Champions League, wasn't there? The 0-0 draw in the quarter-final. And also, there was a couple of times we played there, didn't we, against Juventus? And, of course, back in the day, 1980, wasn't it, that famous win, the late Paul Vasson getting that goal to give us that victory away in Juventus back all them years ago. Obviously, tonight's game won't be quite as important as that was on the semi-final. Of course, that was in 1980, the Cup Winners' Cup. But it's important in its own way. And if we can get a victory here tonight, then, you know, we're almost there, aren't we? You know, with 3 games to play, we're almost through. I mean, what would we need? You know, maybe just a draw in the other 3 games to guarantee going through. Probably one more win would pretty much win us the group, wouldn't it? So that's how important it is. And when you think we've got to go away to Zurich as well, you'd imagine we should have too much for them. And then that'll be enough, won't it, to win the group? And then it won't matter what happens against Lyon. Although it would be nice to beat them as well, wouldn't it? You know, at home at the Emirates. But we'll see. I mean, so far so good. We just want to enjoy, you know, what this team have produced tonight because they've played really, really well. It's just the goal, isn't it, that's been lacking? Just that final little moment. I'm sure it will come in the second half. I'm sure it will because, you know, we've got the quality on the pitch in that final third, haven't we? I mean, Frida Minor having a great game again in midfield. And Steen has just been a little bit off target, hasn't she, with some of her finishing so far. But I'm sure it will come, and I'm sure we will get a goal. We're getting prepared for the second half. We'll be coming up very, very shortly. The substitutes have just been warming up on the pitch for both teams, and I'm sure it won't be long now until the second half will be back off and underway here in Turin. Hopefully it'll be a second half where Arsenal can get a goal or two and get the victory, which would be so important. There's some Juventus youth team players here as well tonight to watch the women playing the Champions League, which is great to see, isn't it? I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to have a look at the other scores tonight. Let's have a look, shall we? In the Champions League. So, let's have a look for you. Lyon won 3-0 in Zurich. Not surprising. They won 3-0. It was Mallard with 1 and Brunn with 2 goals for Lyon in that game. Obviously, we're 0-0. Barcelona beat Bayern Munich 3-0, which would have frustrated Andreas. I'm sure he'll talk about that tomorrow on Saturday. Sorry, on the show. It was 3-0 there. All the goals in the second half. Ferreira, Bonmati, and Pina with their 3 goals there. Benfica are leading 1-0 at half time against Rosengard in the other game in that group there. So that is the games going on at the moment. So in terms of the table, then. That's the WSL table, isn't it? We don't want that, do we? Let me see if we can find our Women's Champions League. That's it. So, in our group, then, you know, as things stand, obviously Lyon are on 4 points. Juventus, including this game, if it finishes in a draw, would be on 5. We would be on 7, but currently we're on 6. Juventus are on 4. Lyon are on 4. Zurich are on 0. So if we can win this game, that puts us on 9 points. That puts us 5 points clear of Juventus and Lyon with just 2 games to play. So yeah, very, very close to going through, wouldn't we? Very, very close to winning the group. So let's see. Let's get the victory in the second half. The teams are back out again here in Turin. for this second half. Let's hope that we've got a goal or two in us in this second half. Arsenal are in the black kit, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that before. The Juventus are in white and black, of course, but mostly white. That's why Arsenal are able to wear the all-black kit with the gold trim, which looks very, very smart indeed. So we're back out for the second half. Doesn't look like there's been any changes for the second half. So hopefully Arsenal can produce another good 45 minutes as we did in that first half, only this time with a goal or two to add to the scoreline. But we are just about to get off and underway. Arsenal are going to be attacking the goal to our left in this second half, which is the end where the Arsenal fans are gathered in that corner. We are back off and underway. And Juventus, all in white, are attacking the goal to our right, coming forward straight from the kickoff. A ball played up this near side. It's Beerenstein in behind inside the penalty area, but she's held up briefly. And Katie McCabe should clear that ball away. In fact, she does, but it goes back out of play off Viv. And it's going to be a throw to Juventus on this near side, which Lenzini is going to take, wearing number 71 for the Italian champions. Now, Steener's got clearance down this near side. Oh, the defender comes across there. But it's going to be another throw to Arsenal. We've played half a minute of the second half. Been a good second half. A good start for Arsenal already. Come out on the front foot. Terry says there, one of Barca's goals was a great lob over the keeper from the halfway line. Was it really? Oh, okay. Wow, brilliant. I'll have to catch up with that one later. I didn't see the game earlier. Obviously, I just saw the score. I knew they were losing because Andreas wasn't very happy. Obviously, Bayern Munich losing. But let's hope Arsenal can cheer him up in this second half. Because we don't want a grumpy Andreas on a Saturday show, do we? We want a nice, happy Andreas because Arsenal have won at least. But yeah, I suppose it's not really surprising, is it, going away at Barcelona? It takes something special, doesn't it, to get a result there? But Bayern Munich wasn't able to do it tonight, as indeed we wasn't last season, was we? Anyway, it's a throw. Kate's in the chat. Kate, good to see you. Missed the first half. How's the match going? Well, it's been going really well. Arsenal have been playing really, really well. We had 3 or 4 good chances in that first half and just couldn't quite take them. We're coming forward again with Steen and Blackstenius. Good defending actually there inside the centre circle from Juve, and then they can come forward themselves. A ball played through, looking for the run of Beerenstein, but it's run through to Manu Zinsberg. That's been a good first half. Arsenal played really well. We had all the best chances. It was Steiner mainly. Really good save from the goalkeeper. She hit the bar, Steiner, and she almost got on the end of a cross from Caitlin Ford. So they were the main chances. Juventus had one header right at the end of the first half, which went wide, back the nearest that they came to getting a goal, really. But Arsenal have been the better team, but we haven't managed to find a goal. And while it stays 0-0, you just never know there. Caitlin Ford battling away for the ball there. Leah Wolsey comes in, and in fact, the free kick's gone to Juventus, even though Leah Wolsey's gone down. The referee got a yellow card in her hand. In fact, it's a yellow card to a Juventus player. Pedersen has got the yellow card there. The Danish international, and that's a yellow card for her on that, for that foul on. Well, it was a little bit of a late challenge actually on Leah Wolsey. Stood on her ankle. It's going to be a painful one. It is a yellow card. It is a free kick to Arsenal. Got an opportunity to get the ball forward. Luckily, Leah Wolsey's back on her feet again. The last thing we need, another injury, let's be honest. We've got far too many as it is. Five of the first team players are currently out. That free kick's taken quickly, a little bit too quickly actually, looking for Viv. It's going to fall to Caitlin Ford on this near side. She plays it in field to Viv. Miedemeier plays it back into the centre circle to Lotta Wubenmoy. Plays it forward into Steen. Pings it out to that far side. This is good play actually. Jordan Nobbs now tries to put a cross in towards the far post. Caitlin Ford's coming in inside the 6-yard box. Oh, inside the near post. It's hit the outside of the post actually. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. It's a great cross actually from Jordan Nobbs. Caitlin Ford did really well, and the goalkeeper actually saved it at a near post. I'm not sure if it was going in or whether it was going to go into the side netting anyway, but the goalkeeper got a hand to it again, and that's 2 or 3 saves she's made. But it's a corner to Arsenal on this near side. 48 minutes played, and it's been a good start to the second half from Arsenal on the attack with a corner. Can we get the breakthrough goal? It is going to be Frida Marlin with this corner. Coming towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper flaps at it a little bit. Got something on it, not really that much, but she's managed to scoop it behind for another corner. She's complaining about possibly a foul, but anyway, it's a corner there to Arsenal over on that far side in front of where the Arsenal fans are. And I'm not sure who's going to go and take this one. Viv put the ball down and she's going to leave it to Steph Catley. And the Arsenal fans giving her a good reception there as she goes over to take this corner with the silver Champions League ball. Can she put that ball onto the head of an Arsenal player? Stina's in at the near post. Viv's in there as well. Lotta Wubben-Moy. Frida Marlin as well. It goes to the edge of the 6-yard box. Lotta Wubben-Moy's up. Goal kick. I missed it. It's headed off the line. Oh, it was Lotta Wubben-Moy with a header cleared off the line. And Juventus again have survived. That was close again. It was off the line there, but I think it might have been Lanzini that cleared it off the line. Lotta Wubben-Moy's header, a really good corner from Steph Catley. And it was on target. It was going in. The keeper again didn't really get much on it. Came and flapped a little bit. Now Catley again back in a normal position over on this near side. Kate says they're off the line now. Caitlin Ford's in on this near side. Can Caitlin Ford get the ball across? No, she can't. It runs away from her. And it's gone out of play for a goal kick. Terry says, come on, Lotta Wubben-Moy. Unlucky it was. In front of the goalkeeper, headed off the line. It was, in fact, it was Boatin that headed it off the line. It was going in so close for the lead there for Arsenal. That's the closest we've come, actually. Lotta Wubben-Moy. In fact, it might have been an own goal. I'm not sure if Lotta Wubben-Moy got it or it was a defender behind her, and it doesn't matter. It was cleared off the line. It almost went in, but it is still 0-0. Arsenal got a throw. Caitlin Ford on this near side. This is good play from Arsenal. Stina Blackstenius holds the ball up, needing a bit of support. She goes back to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Now it's with Steph Catley on this near side. Finds Katie McCabe. Plays it into midfield. It's not a good ball, actually. And Juventus have picked it up again. Arsenal pressing Leah Walty. But Juventus have beaten that press. The ball played through. As it's Beerenstein on the edge of the penalty. Beerenstein's in the box. Is she going to score? Oh, she has, against the run of play. Juventus have taken the lead. It's Linef Beerenstein with the goal on the counter-attack. Arsenal were caught out there. We lost the ball. It was a poor pass, actually, from Katie McCabe in the first place. And it was a quick counter-attack from Juventus. They've gone straight up the other end. The ball played through, and it was Linef Beerenstein. Showed good pace and strength. Got into the penalty area and then managed to finish past Manu Zinsberg. And Arsenal are behind despite being a better team. But sometimes being a better team isn't always enough, is it? And it hasn't been on this particular occasion. Laura Wainwright couldn't quite get across. And just after Arsenal had a header cleared off the line, Juventus have gone up the other end and have taken the lead. It was good and powerful play there from Beerenstein, and Laura Wainwright just couldn't quite get there. It was a really good goal, a really good finish. And that is what top players do. And she is a top player, there's no doubt about that. Really good goal from Linef Beerenstein, and it is 1-0 to Juventus, pretty much against the run of play, it has to be said. So he says, I think it hit Lotta Wubben-Moy's arm. That took a sting out of it. Yeah, maybe. But Lotta Wubben-Moy's had to defend there. She does well. Terry says 3-1 is still on. Well, it is. It is still on. I'd rather we hadn't gone 1-0 down to get the 3-1. But anyway, maybe my initial 1-1 may still be more likely. But anyway, let's see what we can do now. We're going to have to come from behind as we did on Saturday. We got ourselves in front. Then we against Man United before blowing it at the end. But anyway, let's see if we can get back in this game now. Such a good performance from Arsenal, and suddenly we find ourselves, we are 7 minutes into the second half. The goal goes in, and suddenly that closes that group up, doesn't it? Juve would now be top. We'd be second and only 2 points ahead of Lyon. So we'd have a lot of work to do to qualify, wouldn't we? If we lose this game. So it shows how important this game is. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now in midfield with Leah Walty. Plays it forward to Viv. It just runs away from Viv. She hasn't really had much real influence on this game, certainly not in the second half at all. She's barely touched the ball. And Arsenal now found themselves 1-0 down. Really difficult now, isn't it, for Arsenal to come back, away from home in Europe. Going a goal down is really, really tough, isn't it? But we have got the quality to do it. Can we find a goal back and get ourselves level and go from there, really, and hopefully push on and win the game. But Juventus now coming forward, looking for a second goal. A shot from distance. It goes harmlessly wide of that far post. It was an effort there from Caruso. Missed that header just before half-time. Nice turn from her away from Frida Mana, but the shot from, 25 yards was always going wide. And they're just showing the goal again. Leo Walty there couldn't quite win the ball back, and it was a lovely ball through. And Beerenstein did the rest with a lovely finish. It was Girelli with the pass through to her with the assist. And Beerenstein, his goal separates the sides. Arsenal just seem to have dropped a little bit. Heads have dropped a little bit since that goal went in. Must be so disappointed because we've been playing so well. So to lose a goal like that will be massively, massively disappointing. There's no doubt about that. But we've still got time. We've only played 10 minutes in the second half. Plenty of time. We've had plenty of chances in this game. So let's not write it off yet. We just need to get through this next 5 or 10 minutes, don't we? Keep our heads and keep ourselves in the game, and then I'm sure the chances will come. And who knows, maybe we can take 1 or 2 of them and turn this game around. But we just need to stay in it for now, don't we? Not let this game run away from us. It was a really good goal. We got caught a little bit on a counter-attack, but it was a good goal. It was well created and well taken. And Juventus coming forward again, looking for a second goal. It's Beerenstein again. Good defensive header that time from Laura Wainwright. But a shot comes in from distance. It's deflected. Comes to the edge of the 6-yard box, and lots of Ruben there to clear way up towards Stina Blackstenius, who's battling away for the ball, but good defending actually from Salvia. And then Arsenal won it back with Leah Walty. That's good from Leah Walty. Trying to play the ball through to Stina Blackstenius. Good defending again from Juventus. And it's Juventus back in possession again. 56 minutes played here in Turin. It is Juventus women 1, Arsenal 0. It's Beerenstein with the goal a couple of moments ago against a run of play. It has to be said, it's been a good Arsenal performance this, but lacking in the finish so far. And Juventus got themselves the lead. They're in possession now over on the far side. That's a long ball played forward, looking for the run in behind there of Caruso again, but it's run all the way through to Manu Zinsberger. And Arsenal are back in possession. We play Juventus, of course, at home on the 7th of December. That could be an absolutely massive game now, couldn't it? If it stays like this, if we end up losing this game, it would be a massive game, wouldn't it, at the Emirates in 2 weeks' time. But let's see if we can still get something from this. A draw would be a decent result, you have to say. It's the least we deserve, the way we've played. I mean, surely a draw is a minimum we deserve. But football doesn't always work like that, does it? And Juventus have got the lead, I say, totally against a run of play. And there is going to be in fact, Beerenstein's gone down. She might need a little bit of treatment here. The Juve goal scorer. And Jonas is calling his team over to this near side. A little bit of advice, maybe 1 or 2, maybe tactical changes, some drink as well. While Beerenstein gets some treatment on, it looks like a slight knee problem. Now, can Arsenal regroup here and find a way back into this game? We've played 57, nearly 58 minutes. It is Juventus 1, Arsenal 0. Not really deserved. They don't really deserve the lead. You have to say it's been definitely against a run of play. But it was well taken, and it was well made and well taken by Beerenstein. Showed good strength and pace to get in behind and slot it in. But we need to find some inspiration from somewhere if we are going to find a way back into this game. And otherwise, qualifying is going to be tricky because we've got to play Juventus at home. We've got to play Lyon at home as well. And we may well need to avoid defeat in at least one of those games, possibly even win at least one of them if we lose this one. But anyway, we've still got time to get something here. Frida Mana now hasn't had much of the ball in the second half. That ball was cut out, and Juventus now are looking to get a second goal. A shot from distance, but it goes high and wide. No problem there. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal, which Manu Zinsberger takes short to Wouben Moy. That's a poor ball actually from Wouben Moy. She was looking for Jordan Nobbs. But again, Juventus coming forward. They're looking very good now. They've got the lead. And Arsenal giving the ball away very sloppy. Jordan Nobbs there. It's gone back out to Beerenstein, but Laura Wainwright is in. but they're still in possession over on that far side. The Italians, Wayne Royce has done well again and won a throw for Arsenal. Throws it forward to Stina. Blackstenius does well. In fact, that's a poor ball in the end, trying to find Freedom Island, but it's Beerenstein's picked it up. But again, Arsenal have defended that well. Now Katie McKay will bring it forward, plays out to that far side to Jordan Nobbs. It's just going to be an opportunity for Arsenal to get back level in this game. Jordan Nobbs plays the ball up the line to Stina Blackstenius. Caitlin Falls making a run into the penalty area. It goes right across the 6-yard box. Our defenders there. Good defending, actually. I think Viv was wanting a pullback. Instead, Stina went in low and hard towards the near post. Caitlin Falls had made that run. In fact, he got deflected, the cross, and then it was put behind by Gucci, I think it is. And it is going to be a corner against Arsenal over on the far side. The last corner from here was cleared off the line, wasn't it? In fact, Frida Minor was going to take this one, not Steph Catley. Steph Catley took that last one, but this is going to be 7 corners Arsenal have had, so only 1 from Juve. We need to make one of these count. Come on, Arsenal. Let's get the equaliser here. The corner comes in from Frida Minor into the 6-yard box. Against head, it comes in. It is a goal. It's Viv Miedemar with it. Arsenal level. You can't say we haven't deserved it. Viv with the header. That was the right decision to let Frida take the corner. She's got herself another assist. It was a great header that was from Viv Miedemar. And Arsenal level. And you have to say we certainly deserve. It's the minimum we deserve, and it is. Edge of the 6-yard box. Again, the goalkeeper. We've seen that enough times. Came for the ball, didn't get anywhere near it, and Viv was there to nod it home. There was a defender on the line, couldn't keep it out. Arsenal level, and you have to say we do deserve to be level as well. Now we've got plenty of time to go and even win this game. But that was a brilliant goal. Viv Miedemar, 4th goal of the season, her first one since the North London since Juventus away. But suddenly Juve are in again. Ajax away, sorry. Juve are in again with Beerenstein, but Arsenal do clear that away. And now Viv again can come forward, but actually that ball's cut out. Viv was a bit of a late challenge there, but Arsenal still trying to hang on there. Last thing we'll do is concede a goal again. The shot comes in over the top of the crossbar from Juventus there, from Grosso it was. And suddenly this game's really opened up, hasn't it? There's action at both ends. And it was Grosso there into the penalty area. That shot was high over the crossbar, thankfully, for Arsenal. Matt says, get in, indeed. Get in, indeed, Matt. Great goal, wasn't it? Great header. Not great goalkeeping, though. She doesn't like crosses, does she? We knew that already. And she's flapped up 1 or 2 tonight. The corner just before that, Lotte Wubben-Moyes' header was cleared off the line, but that one from Viv was straight into the net. And Arsenal are level on this big Champions League night, and that makes a massive difference to the table now, doesn't it? We're back top of the group, and that's where we want to stay. And we've still got plenty of time. We've only played 62 minutes, and it's just under half an hour for us to actually go on and win this game. But it's Juventus at the moment coming forward. A little bit of space here outside the penalty finds Beerenstein again over on that far side. It was her goal that gave Juve the lead, but Arsenal won the ball back. Viv's fouled there, is she? In fact, the referee says no, we're playing on. Ball played into the penalty area, but Lotte Wubben-Moyes across there. Great defending from her, and goes long up towards Stina. Boy, that was a high foot there from Stina. She's going to get a yellow card. A bit unlucky there, actually, because she was just trying to flick the ball on. The defender was right behind her. She wouldn't have seen her. And she did catch the Juve player in the head accidentally, but she got herself a yellow card. A little bit unfortunate maybe to be booked for that, I think. But anyway, she's going to need some treatment now. I'm not sure who it is, actually. Stina's just showing a little bit of concern there. She definitely didn't mean to do that. I don't think she realised how close the defender was. The ball came to her and she tried to flick it on. She controlled it on her chest, and then, oh yeah, she just, yeah, she'd already committed to trying to flick the ball on, and the defender was there, got her head in the way. It's going to be a substitution now for Arsenal. Jordan Nobbs is coming off, and Jem Beattie is coming on. Well, there's a strange substitution. Jordan's going off. Not maybe her best game tonight. Playing in a slightly different position to where she's been playing recently. So she's going off, and Jem Beattie's coming on. So you imagine we're going to maybe just change things slightly more. Maybe get in Katie McKay perhaps a little bit further forward. Moving Steph Catley to left back potentially. Jem Beattie's coming on. and Jordan Nobbs is coming off. Slight tactical change there from Jonas. She's not very happy, Jordan, to be going off, but that's the change, and Jem Beattie's come on. I'm not sure if are we going free at the back, or is Steph going to go to left back and potentially Katie McKay maybe push slightly further forward, or are we just going to go free at the back with Catley, Beattie and Lotta? But we'll see how that works out. But the Arsenal fans behind that goal with something to cheer there. And there's a few of them there as well. Good to see the Arsenal fans making the journey over to Turin tonight for this big game. Anyway, they've taken a free kick, Juventus over on that far side. And Laura Wainwright keeps the ball in play well. And Juventus have won it back straight away. 65 minutes played. As he says there, will it be a draw match? Well, potentially at the moment, it may well be a draw, but who knows? There's still plenty of time left. There's still 25 minutes for somebody to get a winning goal. Let's hope it's going to be Arsenal, but it could go either way this game. It's very much in the balance now. It's Bierenstein over on that far side, the goal scorer for Juve. They're in possession now, looking to regain their lead. Bierenstein again is going to get in. Is she? No, she's not. That's a good tackle actually from Laura Wainwrighter. It is going to be a corner though to Juventus. In midway point of the second half, it was Linef Bierenstein that gave Juventus the lead. 8 minutes into the second half, and then just on the hour mark, it was Viv Miedemar header, her first goal since September to bring us level. But now we've got a corner to defend it. It's only the second corner that Juventus have had. And they're going to put the ball into the box, are they? It's going to be Grosso with the corner over on that far side. It's going to be an outswinger by the look of it for Juve. It is towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Jem Beattie's there. Good header from her. The substitute's just come on. But Juventus do manage to keep possession. But that's a poor ball, actually, to Caitlin Ford on this near side. Can Caitlin Ford get up the pitch? No, she can't. She's held up there. Good defending again from Juve. But it is a throw to Arsenal. Steph Catley's going to take it. It looks as though Steph Catley maybe has dropped forward into or over to the left-back position with Jem Beattie coming on. Not quite sure what's happening over on that right-hand side. Arsenal want to throw again just on this near side in front of the Arsenal dugout. It was Leah Walty there. Got that block in. So I'm not quite sure who's playing over on the right. Unless Katie McCabe's gone over there. Actually, I think she has. I think Katie McCabe's playing over on the right-hand side now. Steph Catley's gone to left back, and it's Lotta and Jem Beattie as the two centre-backs. That's how we're lining up now since that substitution. Laura Wainwright, who actually finds Katie McCabe over on that far touchline, plays the ball in forward. Almost in there was Caitlin Ford, but good defending again from Juventus. They've defended pretty well, you have to say, but we've certainly had some opportunities in this game, some good moments. We just haven't quite been able to take enough of them. But anyway, it is 1-1. We're coming forward now. Steph Catley on this near side, back in her more familiar left-back position. And she's done well, won a throw, plays it up the line at 2. Caitlin Ford battling away, but Juventus do win the ball back. Arsenal now trying to press high up the pitch. Leah Walty's in there. She wins that ball. Surely that's handball. The referee says play on, but Leah Walty's won it back again. Surely that's a foul this time. It should have been a free kick in the first place for handball, surely against Caruso. Who felt she was fouled, but referee said no. And in fact, tried to take that free kick quickly, Leah Walty, but Viv Miedemar's down. She might need a little bit of treatment here. Let's hope it's going to be nothing serious. So we don't need anyone else to be injured, do we? The way things are going at this moment in time, because we don't have another game until next Saturday, a week on Saturday, the next game, isn't it? Against Everton. There's no game this weekend. It's Continental Cup week. Of course, we're not in the Continental Cup. But I am going to watch the Newcastle ladies. They are playing against Bradford at St James's Park on Sunday. So we're going there. So I'll do a video and stuff. I'll do a vlog for that game. So that's going to be good. It's actually the third tier of women's football. Newcastle have just started to invest in their women's setup. I'm sure it won't be long until they are in the WSL as well. Maybe Arsenal will be playing them in the next 2 or 3 seasons perhaps. But anyway, Viv is back on her feet again, which is good news, of course, because we don't want anybody to be injured, but particularly Viv, who has been struggling this season for form. But hopefully that goal tonight will give her a lot of confidence, and we'll start to see the best of Viv again. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Just sort of midway inside the Juventus half, quite central. Leah Walsh is going to take it. She plays it back to Jem Beattie, and then she plays it square across to Lotta Woober-Moy, and that's back with Zinsberger, and that's with Jem Beattie again. Again, she goes back to Zinsberger, gets it back again at Jem Beattie, plays it forward. That's a poor ball, actually, but actually Caitlin Ford does well. Now it's played up to Viv Miedema, a little bit of space, pings the ball over to that far side to Caitlin McCabe. Can she get it and keep it in? Just ran away from Caitlin McCabe. It was a good switch of play there from Viv Miedema, trying to open the game up a little bit there. But Caitlin McCabe couldn't quite get that under control. She's now got the captain's armband on, by the way, since Jordan Nobbs went off. Caitlin McCabe is the captain. Those Arsenal fans there behind the goal, enjoying their night in Turin. One night in Turin. That was a DVD about Italian 90, wasn't it? If you remember that famous semi-final, England against West Germany. That penalty shooter. Anyway, Arsenal won the ball back with Caitlin McCabe over on that far side. Well, then Caitlin McCabe just had it taken back off her again. Some good defensive play there from both teams over on that far side. Terry says, MMM77's in the house. How's it going, mate? You're good, I hope. Yeah, I'm sure Matt's good. We look forward to speaking on Saturday when we do the show. Leah Walsh now plays out to that far side to Katie McCabe, goes back to Laura Wainwriter. Now it's with Lotta Woober-Moy. Arsenal just getting a little bit more control of this game now. There was a spell when it came very open, wasn't it? It was going from one end to the other end. But now Arsenal just looking to just slow it down a little bit, get the control of the ball, and hopefully find a way to get a winning goal, which would be so important when you look at how tight this group is looking like it's going to be. We always said, didn't we, that the two games against Juventus were probably going to be the big games that decided this group. And I said at the start that if we could get 4 points from the two games against Juventus, I think that would be enough to get us through. And I still maintain that now. So a draw here tonight wouldn't be a bad result at all, would it? It would be a decent result, but then we would have to win the home leg in a couple of weeks' time, which we're more than capable of doing. Let's be honest. But anyway, we've got a throw now on this near side, which Steph Catley is going to take, the Australian, and just in front of the Juventus dugout, actually, where Joe is currently standing. He's just gone back actually to go and sit down. He was standing right outside there. I'm sure that some of these players will be pleased to see him, won't they, after the game? I'm sure they'll have a chat and a catch up and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, Joe did manage a lot of these players. By Frida Marnham, they're trying to get on the end of that pass forward from Laura. It wasn't a great ball, actually, and Juventus can pick it up and they can ping the ball up to this near side. But Steph Catley's there, put under pressure, but she's done well, Steph Catley. She's done really well, Steph Catley. In fact, she's won a free kick anyway. It was Bonacea there. A little bit too keen, maybe, to win the ball there, the Italian. And it was a free kick, which Arsenal have now taken. Lotta Woober-Moy. We're into the last 17 minutes here in Turin. Can Arsenal find a winning goal? Leah Walty in the centre of the pitch plays it to Viv Miedema. A little bit of space for her. Tries to thread the ball through to Stina. Stina's got onto it inside the penalty on this near side. The angle is very tight, so she holds the ball up. Look for a bit of support now. Finds Leah Walty. Finds Viv Miedema now on the edge of the box. Lovely feet from Viv inside the penalty area. Shot. Oh, it's just over the crossbar. She claims the goalkeeper got a touch to it. I'm not sure if it did. Lovely play that was from Viv on the edge of the box. Brilliant feet from her. Stepped inside a defender. Lovely turn. Stepped inside and then got the shot away. Just always rising it was. Lovely play though from Viv. But the shot was always rising. It's gone over the top of the crossbar. Thought that was going to be the moment there for the winning goal. It would have been another goal from Viv, which would have been amazing, really, wouldn't it? Arsenal going to have picked up possession on this near side. Caitlin Ford. Can she find a ball forward? She does, looking for Steph Catley, but it's gone out of play. It wasn't really much of an angle there actually for that pass, to be honest. Elliott's gone out of play for a goal kick to Juventus. But we're coming up towards the last 15 minutes. Starting to get a little bit tense now. You feel a goal at either end could well be the winning goal now. We did concede a very, very late goal to lose against Manchester United, didn't we, at the weekend? Our only defeat of the season so far. Let's hope we've learnt lessons from that. Very poor defending of the set pieces, wasn't it? But let's hope that we've maybe learnt from that, and we can not concede similar goals in the remainder of this game. Leo Walty now in possession for Arsenal. Does really well, Leo Walty, really well. Keeps possession, finds Lotta Wubben-Moy. Plays that ball forward to Katie McCabe, lays it off to Frida Marnham. We haven't had a goal from her so far tonight, which is unusual. The run that she's been on. She did a cool score for Norway as well, didn't she, against England just over a week ago now, wasn't it, in that latest international games? That late equaliser for Norway, wasn't it, in that game? Can she get a late winner here for Arsenal? She scored 5 goals in the last 5 games, but Lotta Wubben-Moy loses possession there, and now Juve can come forward. But that's a foul from Katie McCabe. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a yellow card. In fact, the referee isn't going to give her a yellow card, but it is going to be a free kick to Juventus in a fairly non-dangerous position over on that far side. Lotta Wubben-Moy it was who gave the ball away, and then Katie McCabe came through the back there of Caruso, it was, I think. And it is going to be a Grosso, sorry, not Caruso, it's Grosso. It is going to be a free kick to Juventus into the last 14 minutes now of this game. They took the free kick, Juventus, over on that far side, just knocking the ball around, keeping a bit of possession. This game is very, very finely poised, isn't it? It could go either way. That's a long ball played forward there in towards the Arsenal penalty. A good header though from Laura Wainwrighter, and then Katie McCabe completes the clearance. But again, Juve have picked it up, but it's a head injury. Laura Wainwrighter has gone down inside the penalty area, and the game has been stopped so she can get some treatment. Hopefully it's not too serious, because it's a head injury. You can't be too careful, can you? And the physios are on the pitch. Just as she went to win that header there, she did get an arm in the face actually there from the Juventus player, and that's why she's gone down injured. But hopefully she's going to be okay. She doesn't look like she's got a concussion, so I'm sure she'll be okay to continue. And we need her because, well, one, she's playing really well, and we've got enough injury problems as it is. But anyway, Arsenal just got a chance now to just regroup actually, as we head down towards the final 10 minutes or so. It's going to be a big 10 minutes for Arsenal, you feel. There'll be some stoppage time. Frida Marnham now coming over to this near side. In fact, she's swapping positions, is she, with Viv, potentially. We'll see what changes there are there. In fact, Frida's come over to get a drink. She's been full of energy, as always, Frida Marnham, as you would expect. Not had as much influence, maybe, on this second half as she did in the first half. But Laura's still down, actually. But I think they're just making, with head injuries, they just make sure, don't they? It didn't look too bad. She did get caught in the face by the arm as the striker went up to head the ball. I think she's going to be okay. Obviously, Noel Moritz is an option to come on, isn't she, off the bench, if necessary to play in that position, of course. But let's hope she's fine, because if it's a concussion, then you have to. In fact, Noel Moritz is going to be coming on. So maybe the injury was a little bit more serious than it looked. And Noel Moritz is going to come on for these final 12 minutes or so. And Laura is going to have to go off, I think, which is a shame, because she had a decent game, Laura. Again, another decent game for her. Let's hope that isn't too much of a serious problem and she's going to be fine. So we don't have a game anyway till next weekend, do we? So plenty of time to rest and recover. So yeah, Laura's going off. A great performance from her again. And maybe it is a little bit of a concussion. She certainly doesn't look to be looking too too comfortable there, does she? She's walking off the pitch, so it's not a serious problem, but she doesn't seem to be moving too comfortably there. And Noel Moritz is coming on. Of course, we know we can rely on her. Very, very experienced player. And Laura's just going off over on that far side. Let's hope I say she's going to be okay. And Noel Moritz has come on for these final 11 minutes. A bit, obviously, a chunk of stoppage time now, won't there, for that? You'd imagine probably 5 minutes or so for that injury there. So there's a little bit more time than what it says on the clock. It does say 79 minutes, but there's probably still 16 minutes to play on. So I would say, anyway, the ball's played out to that far side to Bierenstein, the goal scorer for Juventus. Puts a cross in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Good header out from Jem Beattie. That's what she's on the pitch for. And Juve trying to come forward again, but that ball's going to run through to Manu Zinsberger as the clock does go down to the last 10 minutes. Jem Beattie now just outside the Arsenal penalty, plays it forward to Leah Walty, plays it up to Caitlin Ford. Now Steph Catley on this near side. This is good from Arsenal. Stina Blackstenius just headed on the edge of the penalty area. Stina now in possession of the ball, goes around the outside of the defender. Good play from Stina, really good play from Stina inside the penalty area. Plays it square across the box to Frida Marnham. Couldn't quite get a shot away, and she'd robbed the ball, but Leah Walty wins it back. And Viv tries to win it back as well. But Juventus do manage to keep possession. You do feel Arsenal still fancy they can win this game. But I think the most important thing is not to lose. Yes, we can still win this game, but we really can't afford to lose. Now, Juventus are coming forward, and was it a foul there from Caitlin Ford? It was a little bit too over enthusiastic there to try and win the ball back. It's going to be a free kick again to Juventus just outside the centre circle. Chance for them to maybe get the ball towards the edge of that Arsenal penalty area. 9 minutes left plus stoppage time, of which there's going to be a good 4 or 5 minutes. That ball's played into the box. Good header from Jem Beattie again. She's done well since she's come on, Jem Beattie. Won a lot of headers. In fact, I think there may have been an offside there anyway, so it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. But she's done well. Tomoso says there they need to win. I bet it. Well, they may still win. We've still got a chance to win. Don't worry. There's still time. There's going to be some substitutions now for Juventus. It is going to be Bonasea going off, and Cantore is coming on for Juve, and Caruso's gone off as well, and Bonfantini's come on for her. So a couple of changes there for Juventus. Some attacking changes, actually. Maybe they feel they can still win this as well. I mean, Joe doesn't tend to like draws, does he? He'll try and win the game. There's no doubt. We know that's what he'll do. But I still think this is there for us. We're still going to get at least one more big opportunity in this game. Can we take it and go home with the 3 points? We're coming forward now. Leah Walty. This is good from Arsenal. Caitlin Ford holds it up well, finds Leah Walty again, plays it into that centre circle. That wasn't a good ball, though. She's going to have to try and win it back, and she can't. And Juventus are now in possession over on that far side. Every time they get the ball, you start to worry a little bit, don't you? Because they've got a lot of quality, but now Arsenal want it back again. Viv plays the ball forward to Stina over on that far side. She keeps the ball in. Needs a little bit of support to Stina. She's running at that defence. Plays it back inside to Viv. Meanwhile, this is going to be the moment. Frida Marnham inside the penalty area. Couldn't quite get it under control, but it has come back to Katie McCabe. She's fouled there by Linef Bierenstein, who did seem to stamp on Katie McCabe. She gets herself a yellow card there, Linef Bierenstein. I don't think she actually meant to stamp on Katie McCabe. I don't think she did, but she did catch her there. It was a foul, and she's apologising to Katie, who's on the floor, and Katie is now getting up. I mean, it was a foul in the first place there, and then as she went over, she tried to kick the ball and did kind of stand on her back there. I don't think she actually meant to be fair, but anyway. Tomoso says there, how many minutes left? There are, well, of normal time, there is about 8. Jonas is just making a point there to the 4th official. In fact, there's 7 minutes of normal time, but there's going to be a big chunk of stoppage time. So there's probably, 12 minutes to play still. Anyway, it is a free kick now to Arsenal over on, well, it's quite central actually, midway inside the Juventus half. Is this going to be a moment for Arsenal to get in front in this game? We're in the 84th minute now. This free kick's going to be put in by Frida Mine. I mean, towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed out though by Juventus. It wasn't a great ball actually. It was looking for Gembiti. Wasn't the best free kick actually. So Juventus did manage to clear it away. Bierenstein now coming forward on his near side. Steph Catley's across. But Bierenstein's in possession of the ball, the goal scorer for the Juve side. And Steph Catley ends up putting it out for a throw to Juve. We're in to the last 5 minutes of normal time. I'd say there's going to be at least 5 minute stoppages. You would imagine that head injury to Laura Wainwrighter, who's had to go off. And then Arsenal just got another free kick down on this near side. Caitlin Ford was fouled there, by Lenzini. Are we going to get a late winner here in Turin? And let's hope if we are, it's going to be Arsenal that get it, because we could really do with this these 3 points, couldn't we? That would almost certainly see us through to the next stage, you would imagine. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now on that far side. Played for by Lotta Woubenmoy. Nice play from Katie McCabe. Holds the ball up well. Gives it back again to Lotta. And she pings it to this near side to Steph Catley. Nice play from her. That's played the ball forward looking for Viv. Again, it's cut out. Viv hasn't always had the best service tonight, actually, has to be said. But it is her goal that brought Arsenal level. And as things stand, we're going to go away from Italy with something. But Juventus coming forward again. Good play that was, though, from Gembiti. He steps in, keeps the ball in play well, finds Steph Catley. And Steph Catley's fouled there by Bierenstein, who's just been booked. She needs to be careful, actually. But anyway, we're into the last 4 minutes of normal time. It is Juventus women 1, Arsenal 1. Are we going to get a winner? Can Arsenal win it? In the closing stages, we did lose to a late goal, didn't we, on Saturday? Can we win to a late goal here? Lotta Woubenmoy now plays the ball back to goalkeeper Zinsberger, back to Gembiti. That's nice play from her into midfield, finds Leah Walty. Now it's back with Steph Catley on this near side, Arsenal's left. She's got a couple of options ahead of her. Stina Blackstenius being one. Instead, she goes back to Walty again. Walty's done well, goes past one challenge, finds Steph Catley on this near side. Steph Catley now coming forward towards the end of the area, plays it into Stina. Oh, it just ran away from Stina. If she'd got a better first touch, then she would have maybe had an opportunity there to get a strike at goal. But Juventus do get the ball away. And Steph Catley's lost that there, ball over the top. But lots of Woubenmoy there. Nice head and Frida Marno can pick that ball up. Finds Gembiti again, plays it into midfield to Leah Walty. Plays the ball over the top. On this near side, it's going to come to Caitlin Ford. Stina Blackstenius inside the penalty area. Caitlin Ford on this near side, just inside the penalty area now. Caitlin Ford plays a ball across the box. Goalkeeper gets there, it's pushed up into there. In fact, I think it might have been deflected. Stina's in there, but it's cleared away now by Juventus. Are Arsenal going to get one more big chance? Thought that was going to be it then. Good play that was from Caitlin Ford, over on this near side, Arsenal's left. Really good play it was. She got into the penalty area, got past the defender, Lenzini, and her shot there was expected, was headed out by a defender in front of the goalkeeper. But we will see. Tomoso says, I hope they win. Yeah, so do we. We all hope they win, but we've got a little bit of work to do still. 2 minutes of normal time remaining, plus the stoppages, which I'll be surprised if it isn't at least 5 minutes. So there is still time. There is still time to get a winner here and get one over on our old manager, Joe, of course. But Juve in possession now on this near side with Girelli, but good play again from Gembiti. He's done well since he come on. Frida Marno, that's a nice play from her. Turns away from one challenge now. Viv, little bit of space just inside the Juventus half, running forward. This is good play from Viv towards the edge of the penalty area. She's going to try a shot on her own. Goes out to Katie McCabe on that far side inside the penalty area. Gets it back to Viv. Oh, tries a shot first time over the top. Was that the moment now to try and win the game? Maybe not the best option there from Viv, actually, it has to be said. Good play, though. It was good play from Viv initially. A good run. Terry says we're looking tired. Well, yeah, I mean, we are looking tired, but we almost got a goal. I think Viv was looking tired there. That was a tired shot, wasn't it? You know, it was a good run, but it was a tired-looking shot at the end of it. We are now into the final minute of the 90. Beerenstein's in again, but this time the flag's gone up. She is offside, and it will be a free kick to Arsenal as we move in towards the final few moments of this game. The last 30 seconds of normal time. We will find out exactly how long there's going to be. In fact, Leah Walsh is getting a yellow card for an earlier foul in that move. She doesn't look very happy about it, but she is going to get herself a yellow card, Leah Walsh, as we move in towards stoppage time. In fact, they put Katie McCabe on the screen, and it's Leah Walsh that's got the card anyway. But not to worry. I'm sure the referee knows which player she's booked. We are about to find out how much stoppage time there is going to be. Arsenal coming forward over on that far side. Katie McCabe wins that ball. Frida Marnham plays it forward to Stina Blackstenius over on the far side. Stina Blackstenius does well, holds the ball up, keeps possession for Arsenal. Really good play from Stina. Fell to Frida Marnham, but her ball for you. It's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time. I said there'd be 5. So we have got still 5 minutes still to play. And Arsenal, Katie McCabe's done really well at over on that far side. Really good play from Katie McCabe. Finds Viv Miedemeier. Again, she's looking tired, Viv, but she does try to win the ball back, having just lost it. In fact, we have won the ball back. It's come to Steph Catley. Lovely play from Steph Catley just on the edge of the penalty. She's going to go all the way. Steph Catley, what a goal this will be. Oh, she should have shot. Instead, she tried to find Caitlin Ford inside the area. She maybe should have shot there. But Arsenal are still in possession now. In fact, it's going to be a free kick to Juventus. But that was great run from Steph Catley there. Took it past 2 or 3 challenges, got inside the penalty area. Maybe she should have tried the shot. Instead, she tried to pass it inside to Caitlin Ford, and Juventus got the ball clear. Now Maritz now on this far side with some defending to do, which she does very, very well. But it's going to be a throw to Juve over on the far side. We've played just over a minute of the 5 of stoppages. It's getting down towards the crucial time now, isn't it? To lose this game now would be heartbreaking, wouldn't it? When we did lose in stoppage time on Saturday, it is Beerenstein trying to work our way through over on that far side, but Viv takes the ball off and then plays it forward. No one's really up there for Arsenal. Stina's going to chase this down, but the defender's there. Terry says, why didn't catch you? Exactly, she should have done after that run. Tomoso says, okay, indeed, yes, she should have had a shot, and suddenly now Juventus have got a chance. It's Beerenstein over on that far side. The shot's deflected. It's still inside the 6-yard box, but Manu Zinsberger's there. And we've got 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Zinsberger's kicked there. It's long, finds Stina Blackstenius. She brings it under control. She's done well, Stina. She's done really well. Plays it out to this near side. Caitlin Ford having a run again at this Juventus defence just on the edge of the penalty on this near side. Back to Leah Walty. Can Arsenal get a late winner into Frida Marnham? She tried to let it run across her body. The defender read it though. And Juventus can clear this away, can they? Well, not really actually. They haven't made too good work of that, but they've got the ball forward now up this near side. Steph Catley tries to win the ball back, but Juventus keep possession. Tomoso says, I see a draw here. Yeah, it's looking that way now, which wouldn't be a bad result for Arsenal. It has to be said, having gone 1-0 down. Oh, it was a ball played forward there from Leah Walty, looking for the run of Stina, but it's gone through to the goalkeeper. Into the final 2 minutes now of stoppage time at the end of this game. Please don't lose this, Arsenal. We certainly don't deserve to lose, but we didn't deserve to be losing 1-0, but we were. Anyway, Viv now over on the far side. Has she got one more big moment in her? Plays the ball forward, looking for Stina, but again, overhit slightly. It's run through to the goalkeeper. And we've now got 90 seconds of stoppage time remaining. It is looking like a draw, which overall wouldn't be a bad result for Arsenal, would it? Let's be honest. Yes, we've been the better team maybe for much of the game. We perhaps deserved to win, but having gone 1-0 down, you have to say we've had to battle hard for this point. It'll be a well-earned point as well. But maybe we can win it. Viv now coming forward. Are we going to get this one more opportunity? The ball played through. Caitlin falls in. 1-on-1. Is this going to win it in the last minute? Oh, she tried to take it around the keeper. And the keeper wins the battle. Oh, she should have just tried a shot there. That was the moment there in the final minute of stoppage time. Caitlin Ford, it was inside the penalty area. Tried to take it round the goalkeeper when maybe she might have been better off just going for a shot. A lovely ball from Viv. A good first touch. She should have shot there instead. She maybe delayed too long. Didn't make her mind up what she wanted to do, Caitlin Ford. And in the end, it was well blocked by the goalkeeper. That may well have earned them a point. In fact, they've just made a substitution, Juventus. Bierenstein's gone off. And the goalkeeper's actually gone down injured. So we're going to get a little bit more stoppage time here. We've got young players come on for Juventus. Didn't see who it was. I think it might be Dujan, actually. Bierenstein's gone off. It looks like a defender's come on. Evelina Dujan it is that's come on for. She's Swedish defender has come on there. Terry says, well played, keeper. Yeah, but she should have shot. When she got into the penalty area, she should have shot there, and she didn't make her mind up quickly enough, did she? And then she had no choice then because the ball was running away from her. That was a big chance to win it. We've now played the 5 minutes, but obviously there's going to be a little bit more stoppage time now due to that hold-up. We are still in possession. Viv Miedemar now on the edge of the penalty area. Thought about a shot. Instead plays it square to Frida Minor. She will think about a shot, but that's gone high over the crossbar. That may well be that. That may be the final chance for Arsenal to win this game. We've played 5.5 minutes of stoppage time, but that injury there to the goalkeeper did come inside the last minute. So you'd imagine there's going to be at least another 30 seconds. It's a goal kick now to Juventus. I think that's our last chance to win it, though. Has just gone there. Frida Minor shot over the crossbar. The goal kick goes long. Good header, though, from Viv. Ball played over the top. Jem Beat is there. Plays it forward. In fact, there goes a full-time whistle. We got 6 minutes of stoppage time, but it is all over here in Turin. It has finished. Juventus women 1, Arsenal 1. A hard-fought point that was for Arsenal from behind. We had chances to win it. There's no doubt about that. One right at the end there from Caitlin Ford. We had 1 or 2 others as well. And maybe, I don't know, maybe a draw is an okay result, isn't it? We played really well in that first half. We should have been ahead. Didn't take our chances. In the second half, we could have taken a lead as well. Lotta Rubenmoy's header was cleared off the line. And it was straight after that, actually, that Juventus took the lead against a run of play. It was a good ball played through by Guerrella and Bierenstein. It was in the 52nd minute, ran through and slotted the ball home. A good goal from her. But just 9 minutes later, we did get ourselves level, fully deserved as well. It was a corner. Frida Minor took it from the far side. Goalkeeper started to come, didn't get there. And Viv Miedemar was able to head home, her first goal since September, to make it 1-1. Yeah, we could have nicked it at the end. We had 1 or 2 other opportunities, but ultimately, I think a draw is probably a fair result overall, and we'll take a draw certainly. And I say I did predict a 1-1 as well, so I've got that right. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I think a draw is probably okay. Terry says it's a point, and to be honest, I don't see anything to really worry about in the return leg. Yes and no. They had moments, didn't they, Juventus? And they've got some quality. There's no doubt about that. But yes, we were the better team tonight. And I do feel that we can get the right result at home. I said 4 points from these 2 games were going to be would be enough, and I still think that's the case. I still think if we can win at home in 2 weeks' time, then I think that will pretty much put us through, won't it? And then we will have those last 2 games where we can relax a little bit more. But yeah, a good performance from Arsenal tonight. I thought we were the better team. We had better chances. We completed more passes. We had more possession. And away from home in the Champions League, you get a draw. You've got to be happy with that, haven't you? Leon got a draw here as well, so we can't really complain that too much. Terry says the Guna girls look gutted. Yeah, I think they'll be a little bit disappointed because we could have won that, and I think it's clear and obvious to everybody that we could have won. But having gone 1-0 down, having lost at the weekend, I thought we showed a lot of spirit and character to come back and get a point and still believe that we could win right to the end. We were still going at the end. And, you know, almost nicked it. I say that was a big chance from Caitlin at the end there, wasn't it? Really felt maybe she should have scored, but anyway. Magnificent Jafar says there, a draw is not a fair result. We had so many chances to finish the game. Well, we did, you're right. We could at least bury the game in the first half. We were poor in front of goal. It's shocking. I wouldn't say it's a shocking result. I mean, a draw away from home, it is in Europe, any draw away from home is a good result. Yes, we could have won. I totally agree with that. We had the big chances in that game, didn't we? Stina had 2 or 3 in that first half. We had one cleared off the line in the second half. Caitlin's had that big chance at the end. We had 1 or 2 others as well. But yeah, we could have won that game. I agree with you, but I don't think a draw is a bad result. And we'll certainly take a draw. And hopefully we can go on and beat them next week at home. Or sorry, in 2 weeks' time at home. But yeah, it's disappointing. I agree, it's disappointing. We could have won, but I say we could have lost as well. Let's be honest. We could easily have lost that game. So I think we'll take a draw. Magnificent Jeff says there, sorry, but I don't agree with you. No, that's fine. That's fair enough. I agree that we could have won. We definitely could have won. We had the chances to win, but away from home, a draw is an okay result. You know, against a good side. They're a decent team, Juventus. And if we can beat them at home, then you know that will virtually put us through, won't it, to the next round. But yeah, it's frustrating a little bit. But you know, having gone 1-0 down, I think a draw is an okay result for us, and we can move on to the well. We've got a break now this weekend, haven't we? And then we're back next Saturday, of course, when we play Everton in the WSL, which is a game that we have to win. A draw in that game really wouldn't be too good, would it? Because having lost to Manchester United, how tight it is at the top, we do need to win that game, don't we, against Everton? So, but yeah, it's finished here in Turin. Juventus women 1, Arsenal women 1. It was Linev Beerenstein got the goal for Juventus early in the second half. On the counter-attack against the run of play, it has to be said, good finish. But we did get ourselves level. 61 minutes, it was a header from Viv Miedemar, back in the starting lineup, back with a goal, which made it 1-1. And we come home from Juventus with a point. We're still top of the group, and we've still got a decent advantage over Juventus and Lyon, who won 3-0 in Zurich. Of course, that's a game away from home that will be massive favourites to win, won't we? So yeah, let's hope that we do. Of course, last night Chelsea beat Real Madrid 2-0, didn't they? They're on the verge of qualifying from their group. And yeah, Roma drew 1-1 with Wolfsburg. Roma, of course, are top of the Italian league. Juve are second so far this season. So Barcelona did beat Bayern, and Benfica beat Rosengard 1-0 in Bayern Munich's group. So all to play for still. Halfway through the group, we're top of the table with 7 points. Juventus have got 5, haven't they? Juventus have got 5 points. We've got 7, and Lyon have got 4. So Lyon have still got some work to do if they're even going to qualify. Imagine the holders going out in the group stage. That would be a massive shock, wouldn't it? But yeah, we'll see how that works out. Terry says there, I think the little break will do the girls a bit of good. Potentially, I'm not sure if it's going to get anybody fit that hasn't been fit recently. I'm not sure, but yeah, we were looking a little bit tired towards the end. But you know, we showed a lot of spirit there, a lot of heart, and yeah, I thought we were, you know, we could have won. Let's be honest, we could have won. But yeah, maybe the break will do us some good. We can recharge, regroup, and come back stronger than ever for a difficult run of games before Christmas, isn't it? We've got 2 WSL games to come. Against Everton at Meadow Park and then Aston Villa at Villa Park, and also these final 3 group games in the Champions League. We've got Juventus at home, we've got Lyon at home, and we've got Zurich away. And at this moment in time, I think 4 points from them 3 games is probably going to be enough to win us a group, isn't it? Let's be honest. So yeah, it was. It's okay. It is okay. I'm not too disappointed overall. Going 1-0 down, we've got to be reasonably happy with a draw, haven't we? But yeah, we did miss some big chances, and then unfortunately, when you play good teams, you get punished, and that's what happened here. But at least we've come away with a result, and I think that's the most important thing after the weekend. We needed to get something here, and we have got something here, and yeah, we get our little break to recharge and regroup. Jafar says we really miss Kim Little. Stina cost us the game too. In January, we need to sign at least 3 players for us to compete for the title. We do need to sign some players in January. Absolutely right. I wouldn't say Stina cost us the game. I thought Stina played really well, worked really hard. She missed those chances, and but Caitlin at the end, she should have scored. That was the biggest chance of all, and she missed that one. So, but it's a team effort, isn't it? I thought we played well tonight. We played well. It was just unfortunate that we couldn't quite get the win. Terry says, any news on Leah? No, not yet. She's been back in training. I don't think she'll play until, I don't know, maybe the last couple of games before Christmas, potentially. Maybe the Aston Villa game, maybe when she can play again, I don't know. But we need to get some of these players back, don't we, as quickly as we can, because you can see that the squad isn't strong enough now with the injuries that we've got, and just playing these same players game after game is going to lead to more injuries, isn't it? And that's the last thing that we need. So yeah, we need to strengthen in January 100%. I'm sure we will. I think we would have anyway, but even more so now with Beth being out for the season and the other injuries that we've had. I do think we will sign 2 or 3 players, I agree, in January, and let's hope we can get the ones that we need, the ones that we want. And then we can push on for the second half of the season. There's lots to play for: the league title, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the Conti Cup as well. You know, there's lots to look forward to this season. Magnificent Defar says there, nice watch along though. Big up and have a wonderful night yourself as well. Hopefully we'll see you again very soon on the next one. We are doing the England World Cup game tomorrow. If that might interest you, against America. That game kicks off at 7 o'clock, so we'll be live at 7:15 for the England watch along against America. That's going to be good. A little bit of an Arsenal theme there as well, isn't it? With Saka and Matt Turner in opposition tomorrow night, so that's going to be interesting, isn't it? So we'll definitely bring you coverage of that one. John's in the chat there enjoying. He says, hi Richard, miss tuning in. How are you? I'm very well, mate. I'm doing well. Hope you're well as well. A decent Arsenal performance tonight and a draw in the end. Could have nicked it right at the very end, but anyway, we'll take the draw and move on. But yeah, it was a good game, a good performance from Arsenal, and yeah, it's finished. Juventus 1, Arsenal 1. Good to see Viv get herself on the score sheet again. She looked happy with the goal. She looked very fired up as well, and yeah, good to see her back amongst the goals, and hopefully she can go on and get a few more over the next few matches, because we need her to score some more goals, don't we? Now with Beth out, we're going to need Viv to step up as well now and get herself a few more goals. The goalkeeper there in no man's land, and a good header from Viv to make it 1-1, which is great. So yeah, that's happening tonight. We've got the result. Terry says I'll be more worried if Stina wasn't making those runs. Stina will always get goals, just unlucky tonight. I agree 100%. Yeah, she was causing problems all night, wasn't she, to their defence? She was stretching them, running in behind. Yes, she had some chances. She could have done better, certainly with one of them, the one-on-one in the first half. She should have maybe put that in, but she played well, and yeah, I'm not going to criticise at all. She's doing well, like you said. If she wasn't making those runs, if she wasn't getting in those positions, and she wasn't getting those chances, I'd be worried. But she is. John says there, a good result away from home. Pity they lost the Man U. Yeah, it was. The Man U game was just one of those things. We didn't play particularly well all game, did we, to be honest? But we got ourselves in a position to win the game, 2-1 up with 5 minutes to play. We should have won that game, and we threw it away. We needed a response tonight, and I thought we got one. I thought the first half performance tonight was exceptional. We were unlucky to be 0-0 at half time, and then in the second half, it was a bit more even, the game. Again, we were still probably the better team. But yeah, unfortunate that we didn't win it. But anyway, we've got a draw. We'll take that, won't we? And move into the little break that we've got coming up until the Everton game on December the 3rd, which we look forward to. So, but yeah, so that is that then from tonight's watch. I hope you enjoyed the show. John says, all right, Terry, miss having our chats on the channel. Yeah, it's good to see you back, John. I know you've maybe been a bit busy last few shows, but it's fine. We're always here. We're always got new shows coming on, so I'm sure you'll be back very, very soon. In terms of what's coming up, I want to try to say tomorrow we've got the England game, England against America in the World Cup, going live about 6:45 for that one. So please join us for that if you can. Then on Saturday at 4:00, we've got the women's show with myself, Andreas, Amar, Matt, and potentially Harry as well. Looking back on this game tonight, looking back on the Man United game as well. Obviously, the injury problems that we've got as well. So lots to talk about on Saturday. And then on Monday, we've got our latest World Cup memory show. 1986, Mexico 86, we're going to be doing. We know one particular famous game from that particular World Cup, but it was a good World Cup. We're going to be looking at that one on Monday. Tuesday, of course, England against Wales, another big game. We're going to be covering that one for you. Wednesday, Melvin's about Highbury Matters with the author John Sperling. Great show that's going to be. So please join in for that. And then, of course, next Friday will be another Arsenal women's show looking ahead to the Everton game and all that kind of stuff, which will be good. John says, hope to join you tomorrow, England, USA. Yeah, please, mate, if you can, if you're around, it'd be good to see you. So we'll be live about 10 to 7 for that one. Big game, of course. A win for England puts us through to the next round, doesn't it? If we win that game, and it means a Wales game, we don't need to worry too much about that. But we want to beat them as well, don't we? Because it's Wales, and I'm sure they'll want to beat us, won't they? Terry says, yes, you do tend to get with draw. I don't understand what that means, actually. You do tend to get with withdrawals, mate. I agree. Okay. Withdraw. Oh, I see what you mean. Withdrawals. From the channel. I see what you mean. I've got you now. Yeah, we don't need to worry too much. So we've got shows most days and most evenings, haven't we? So you don't have to be withdrawn for very long here. We're always here. And I say we've got some big shows coming up over the next few days for you, which hopefully you'll enjoy. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for the England game. Just 7 o'clock, probably just before 7 for that one. It's going to be a good game, so please join us for that if you can. And yeah, then of course the guys will be in for the women's show on Saturday afternoon at 4:00. Slightly different time, just because trying to fit it all in with the World Cup and everything else as well. So hopefully, I'm sure you'll join us for a few of these shows. I'm sure you will, and we look forward to your company. John says England should win. Yeah, we should win. I think we should win, but football doesn't always work like that, does it? You don't always get what you should get in football, and I'm sure we can win, but let's hope that we do, and that puts us through then, and we're like nice and comfortable, aren't we, in the next round with a game to spare. But yeah, in terms of tonight's game, and it finished Juventus women 1, Arsenal 1. Linev Bierenstein with the goal for Juventus early in the second half, and then Viv Miedemar, great to see her get a goal, a header from a corner just past the hour mark. And it's finished on as even. We're still top of the group, 7 points out of 9 with the games that we've had. We've played away in Lyon, away in Juventus. We've got to be happy with that, haven't we? 7 points out of 9. Looking good for us to qualify. John says there, cheers, Richard, Terry. Yeah, thanks, mate. Good to see you again. Don't forget to give it a like as well before we finish. Everybody that's still watching, please give it a like and subscribe if you are new. I think most of you here are already subscribed, aren't you? But just in case. So that's that then. I say thank you very much for joining me tonight for this big game. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. And if you have, then please join us again tomorrow for the England game. It's going to be good, isn't it? We look forward to that one. Yeah, so slightly disappointed with the result, but not with the performance. We played well tonight. Really good performance from the girls. And let's hope that this is going to be the start of a good run of form for us, because that's what we want to see. That we want to see a lot more wins as the season goes on. But yeah, we're looking a bit tired at times, but we managed to hang on, get a result, and a fully deserved result as well. So yeah, we will take that and move on. So I say thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow for England against USA in the World Cup, which is going to be fun. And in the meantime, of course, as always, come on, you Gunners, come on. Good performance tonight. Well done, girls. Hopefully it's enough to put us through to the next round, and we can look forward to some more great Champions League football in the new year as well. But yeah, lots to come on the channel. I'll see you tomorrow for the England game. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Speak to you soon. Ta-ra. run in there of Beth Mead. Beth Mead's in behind, plays it across. Caitlin Ford's going to score, and she has scored. This fast start has been rewarded for us.